quarter.
Well, they had run that play in the first half, not quite as successfully on a third down play, letting Miller try to get to the corner quick. And that time the Becker pursuit got him. This time they convinced them with their alignment that they were going to try and go inside a little more than they did. And Miller, with that great speed, beat everybody to the corner. And now they'll go for the 2-point conversion, trying to go up by 14.
12-0 now. 2-point conversion try coming from Mahnomen. Fake to Birgie, and Jason Miller goes squirting right through again, and it's in. That's the 2-pointer, and now it is 14-0. Jason Miller carries it in, and Mahnomen winds up a 14-point lead. Be right back.
Mahnomen now up 14-0 as a result of their most recent touchdown and 2-point conversion. Here is Jason Miller getting the corner and showing that good speed to score from 9 yards out, and then it was Miller again on the 2-point conversion, slashing off tackle and scoring standing up to give his team the 2-touchdown edge. And now the pressure shifts to the Becker offense as they go back deep to receive near their own 10-yard line.
There's the boot by Steve Turner, and it will be taken at the 8, and they will execute the reverse as it goes over the left side now. Oh, the Bulldogs, after we saw Mahnomen fake the reverse, will pull it off, and a penalty marker as Holtbeck brings the play to a halt. Let's go down to the field now, and here's Perry Williams.
Becker and, Halloween's over. Let's see who's under here. Ryan Hubbard. Ryan, how did he get this job?
Well, last week I took it over at halftime for a girl, and I've had a lot of fun, so I'm enjoying it, and it's pretty hot in here.
Ryan's only a 7th grader. Was it tough to get all that mascot experience? You've only done it a short time.
Oh, no. It wasn't that hard.
Okay, so I know you got to go back to your dog pound over there and get the Bulldogs back in this game.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Ryan Hubbard, the Bulldog from Becker, and they are trailing here in the 3rd quarter. Doug?
That kid will talk your ear off, won't he?
He took it over at halftime, so he must be the good luck omen, because they had a big second half last week, and now, well, he's got to get going.
That play was stopped with a gain of just over a yard. It is now at the Becker 36-yard line. Huge touchdown it. Becker has had nowhere to go in a hurry in this game so far. Now the Bulldogs trailing 14-0 with 6:19 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Becker did get a break there, a 15-yard penalty at the end of the kickoff return, got them out from the 20 to the 35, 34-yard line.
Jamie Huseman, the quarterback, with Burt split to the right side. Huseman rolling, looking, little soft finger tipper. Everybody was covered, and so he threw it out of bounds. He had the notion to toss it over to the left side for Mike Lundeen. He also had Burt quite deep, but Lundeen was covered.
Tough to throw that pass rolling left back against the grain, but they've run that play now twice at least, so they have some idea that something's going to work off it, but it has yet to so far. They did hit Karpinski in the first half, but he was shaken loose from the ball by a good hit by the Mahnomen defense.
Now the Becker Bulldogs will go at it with 6:04 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 8 with the ball at their own 36-yard line. Jamie Hussman, single setback, puts receivers to the right of the Hussman traveling, complete to Mike Lundeen at the 45-yard line, and Lundeen driven out at the 49 by Chuck McNamee.
Big play there. McNamee going both ways, centering the ball and playing that linebacker position. He had the responsibility of picking up Lundeen coming out of the backfield, but Hussman does a good job here. He's rolling, he's under control, waits for Lundeen to clear himself and get a little room. And then he gets the first down easily and advances near midfield.
Now 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Fake on the give, and
big hit.
As Hussman turned the corner at Mike Kramer. How do you do? Mike Kramer, number 37, the number of the truck one, nailed Jamie Hussman, or Huseman rather, on that one.
Huseman is up over to the sideline. What's my next play? Not affected at all by the contact. As you can see here, fakes to the up man and then Just a great driving tackle.
It is 14-0 Mahnomen. 5:29 to go in the third quarter.
Mike Kramer, 5'7", 165.
Usman now with wide receivers right and left, slot to the left. Short drop, long for Fingston, and it's incomplete. And Fingston pestered by Leo Kaiser as he was step for step and right in his face.
They're trying to get the ball to Fingston. That's what they have to do. As Coach Lundin told us before the contest, putting it up as Huseman for Fingston. He had a chance at it one-on-one there, but a good defensive play. Shook it loose. Nice job.
And so far, Mahnomen not able to come busted in there after Jamie Huseman. Now it's 3rd and 7 at the 48-yard line. Might have been an audible. Huseman to the fingertips, complete to Fingston. Incomplete to Fingston. That call is fumble. It was a completed pass. The fumble is recovered and brought back. Travis Castee and company turning things over for Mahnomen.
Well, a tough break there for Becker because Fingston, I think it was a good call by the official. Looked like he had that ball, had control and possession. And Mahnomen was able to take it away. Travis Castee, number 44 there, did the job. And they go back on the offense in Becker territory at the 48-yard line. Look again, Huseman, again, trying to get it to Fingston, their guy who breaks them for them. He's got the ball, and then he is tagged in there by Kramer again, the guy who rocked Huseman earlier. Fumble is returned into Becker territory.
5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It is 14-0 Mahnomen. As Prep Bowl 90 continues at the Metrodome with our Class C championship game. We have 5 minutes to go in the third quarter of our Class C championship game. It is 14-0, Mahnomen leading Becker. The ball is at the Becker 48-yard line as the Mahnomen Indians, after that big turnover, now go to work 1st and 10. Here's Jeremy Oakland.
From that angle, looked like maybe Fingston didn't have control. Looked like he had a caught on his hip there a little bit.
Well, I called it as incomplete, but the official saw it another way, and so that's how it is. Jeremy Kalish makes the stop on that one as they cross the 45-yard line and get down to about the 44.
The difference to me has been when Mahnomen is running their ground game, they're able to get a little movement. The line is pushing back Becker a little bit, and the back is getting into the hole, well into the hole before the defense catches up with them. Not so when Becker has the ball. Mahnomen has been able to control the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 6, the ball comes down to the 40 line. And the fullback Birge stopped by the linebacker Jason Fingston.
Well, you just know Ken Bauman would love to take the rest of the third quarter, the 4 minutes off the clock, and ram it in there and have a 3-touchdown lead. That would be his ideal scenario for the final 3:50 here of the third.
Castee's split out to the left side, slot to the right. It is 3rd and 3 at the 41-yard line, and with a great little light-footed move, Jason Miller, running half bent over, just keeps barreling through until it took the safety, Jamie Huseman, to bring him down.
Again, a good hole for Miller. You can see he shifted in there and staggered a little bit by the contact near the line of scrimmage, but then was able to get through cleanly for a nice gain and a first down on the 33 of Becker.
3:27 to go in the third quarter. Mahnomen 14 and Becker nothing. With Jim Gilliland, Doug McLeod at the Metrodome. Curry Williams, Greg Coleman, our Channel 9 crew. Right to the belly of Jason Miller. Across the 30-yard line to the 29, and Dave Culp, the defensive left end, wrapped him up there. That's enough for the first down. With 3:06 to go in the third quarter. For second, well, they're going to change it or not. It is second down.
Another good gain on first down. Enables Mahnomen to come up with a variety of tactics here on 2nd and 5.
That's what I get for reading it. Too many games in one day. That's what I get for looking at the scoreboard. Second down and 5 at the 28-yard line. Penalty markers, and you can smell that one coming. As Oakland took his sweet time about that stagger count. That will stop the clock with 2:41 to go in the third quarter. Becker jumping offside.
Well, that has been a real problem for them today. Penalties have hurt.
Something in that count that Jeremy Oakland is using has drawn Becker off, what, 3 times now? Is it 3 or 4? 3 for sure. It's a fine line sometimes, you know. The official can as easily call that procedure, but it's been offside to Becker. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Now it is 2nd and 1 at the 24. Here's Miller leaping over a blocker to the 20-yard line and brought down as he crossed the 20 by Jeremy Kalish and Jason Fingston. So Jason Miller continues to pile him up. He has now 22 carries for 118 yards in the ballgame.
Nice cut back there. You can see the vision that makes Miller so outstanding, and of course the quickness has been evident throughout the game.
Now Mahnomen is right down in front of its fans on the near hash mark at the Becker 18-yard line. It is 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Indians leading 14-0. Full house tee. On the draw, they go for Jason Hendrickson, who blasting over the 15, winds up at the 12. And again, the last D-back, Jamie Hoosman, gets him down. 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Now it's 2nd down and 4 for Mahnomen. The ball at the 12. Oakland sets him down. Miller carries to the 5. Touchdown. What a great move by Jason Miller as he got to the 5-yard line. And with 1:20 to go in the third quarter, Mahnomen nails another one.
Talk about using your blocker, and the first man he congratulated was Chris Newman, who set the little screen for him. Didn't really knock a man down, but just got in the way enough for Miller to use him to cut off him. Now watch the number of moves on this play. First, again, credit to the line. He's through that hole, and now as he shifts about the 5-yard line, he says, "Which way are you going, Chris? I'll cut back this way."
Bye-bye.
And go into the end zone.
And the point after is in from Casti, and that will widen the margin again with 1:20 to go in the third quarter. It is Mahnomen 21 and Becker nothing, and to the surprise of no one, the Mahnomen Indians have marched that football around and played good opportunistic football here.
Here goes Miller again on the run. He sees Newman come, cuts behind him, and then back behind him again as he sees which way the defense is blowing. A great run for Jason Miller as he gets in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. You know, it was so critical at the start of the second half here. Becker hadn't in the first half because of the poor field position, but they had to kick off, so Mahnomen's thinking was, hey, we're going to take it right to them. Becker had to stop, and they didn't do it, and Mahnomen picked up the momentum from their initial drive here in the second half and have been able to carry it over after that turnover at midfield. And now, of course, it's imperative that Becker go down and score with this possession, or for practical purposes, the game is over, because they're 3 touchdowns down and just about, well, almost only a quarter to go, only a minute 20 left here in the third.
23 carries, 130 yards for Jason Miller of the Mahnomen Indians. And, of course, that touchdown. Now, number 86, Steve Turner, gets set to kick it off for Mahnomen. And he'll launch it to the 20-yard line, and not a lot of return room for Jamie Hoosman as he was driven out of bounds finally by Chad Flackney, the sophomore on special teams. And with 1:15 to go in the third quarter, ball goes over to the Becker Bulldogs. Well, there was no question coming in that the ball would be on the ground and moving along.